Right now on Denver 7 News at 7 o'clock on Local 3, investigators are looking for this woman suspected of a road rage shooting in Commerce City. We have the latest from police about what happened.
Russian forces are inching closer to the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. President Biden is now getting ready to hit Russia with a new round of sanctions.
And batter up. Get ready for the sounds of baseball to return to Coors Field. The Major League player lockout is over, and the Rockies have their new opening day set. A great sign that spring is here, and another sign is that we spring forward this weekend. So don't forget, a lot of people used to look forward to that, but maybe not so much anymore.
No, that's not the fun part of spring, but we are getting a warm up in the weather. Lisa Hidalgo is here with a look at the forecast for the weekend.
It will be beautiful. Yeah, it's going to feel a lot more like spring come Saturday and Sunday. It's cold out there though this morning, so make sure you bundle up. You're walking out to clear skies. Single digits this morning. We've dropped down to, well, below zero in a few spots, but here in Denver right now at about 5 to 10 degrees. Really pretty shot there from Westminster. Clear skies and a lot of sunshine for that early morning drive. When you look at our hourly planner, we're likely going to be right around freezing by noon, by lunchtime, and then highs will be in the mid to upper 30s this afternoon. So it's a warm up. It's warmer than yesterday, but still well below normal. We're going to basically, well, tack on a good 20 to 30 degrees on top of this weekend. I'll show you just how much warmer it gets. Plus, obviously, a lot of people traveling this weekend. There's a weak cold front. I'll show you if that could impact you anywhere across the state coming up.
We do have a crash I've been keeping an eye on for the past 20 minutes or so. This one is on I-70. If you're headed out to the airport, this is something that could impact you this morning. Eastbound I-70 from I-25 to Pena Boulevard running about 20 minutes, and that crash is right at I-70 and Havana, almost closer to Central Park, but that is the place where you want to keep an eye on that. And as you saw there, my drive time just ticked up to 16 minutes westbound, so not looking good for heading out to the airport this morning. Westbound C-470 from Wadsworth to I-70, 14 minutes, eastbound about 12 minutes. And I've also been keeping an eye on I-270 at the I-76 interchange. Let's show that CDOT camera if we have a second there. As you can see, traffic is pretty backed up along I-270.
Thank you, Micah. Commerce City police need your help to find this woman wanted in a road rage shooting.
Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us, and Veronica, investigators consider her armed and dangerous.
They do, and take a look at this photo. Another chance for you to memorize that face. This is the woman Commerce City police say shot another woman in an alley. That was after a fit of road rage. 24-year-old Destiny Edwards. She also goes by Destiny Salazar. We're going to run you through exactly what happened here. Police say Edwards and another woman, they were involved in this road rage incident. The two ended in a car crash in an alley that was near 62nd Avenue and Kearney Street. Both women had gotten out of their vehicles before Edwards shot the other and then took off. So this isn't Edwards' first time in trouble. Court records do show she has a long criminal history. She had an open warrant for motor vehicle theft from an incident in February. She served prison time for motor vehicle theft as well. She is considered armed and dangerous. So if you see her, police are asking you get in contact with them right away. Two different options for you to do that. Either the Commerce City tip line or Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. In studio, I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
All right, thank you, Veronica. Prosecutors have decided to drop murder charges against an unlicensed security guard who shot and killed a man at a pro-police rally in Denver. You might remember this scene from dueling rallies at Civic Center Park back in October of 2020. A spokesperson for the Denver DA's office says there was not enough evidence to prove Matthew Doloff guilty of murder. Doloff was providing security for a 9 News crew during the rallies when he shot and killed Lee Keltner. Keltner had been arguing with another person when Doloff then intervened. Keltner slapped Doloff's face and started to spray bear mace, and that's when Doloff shot him. Doloff's attorneys have insisted he was acting in self-defense. Mesa County Clerk Tina Peters is due for a pre-trial hearing this morning at 10. She was released from jail yesterday after posting a $25,000 bond. Peters and Deputy Clerk Belinda Nicely were indicted by a grand jury on multiple felony charges for allegedly tampering with the county's elections equipment.
The Douglas County School Board will hold a special meeting this week to discuss its next steps after a judge ruled the new majority members of the board violated the purpose of open meetings laws. The special meeting will be held at 10 this morning. A judge this week found the board members created a workaround open meetings laws by having a series of one-on-one discussions before telling former Superintendent Corey Wise that he could resign or be fired. About an hour from now, President Biden is expected to announce the U.S. and other G7 nations will strip Russia of its most favored nation trade status, which will allow for more sanctions. This comes as Russia is falsely claiming the U.S. government is creating chemical weapons in Ukraine. ABC's Em Nguyen has the latest from Washington.
This morning, Russian troops inching closer to the capital, Kyiv. Now roughly 9 miles away from city center, according to a senior U.S. defense official. New video released by the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense shows Russian forces ambushed as they drive towards the outskirts of Kyiv. Ukrainians claiming 2 commanders were killed, though not yet verified. Thursday, around 60,000 civilians fled Ukraine through humanitarian corridors. But evacuation routes in Mariupol, where a maternity and children's hospital was recently bombed, remained blocked. Ukrainian President Zelensky accusing Russia of not allowing those civilians to be saved, saying they have a clear order to hold Mariupol hostage, to torture it. Already more than 2.3 million people have fled the country. In Poland, Vice President Harris embracing calls for an international war crimes investigation of Russia.
We have been witnessing for weeks, and certainly just in the last 24 hours, atrocities of unimaginable proportion.
President Biden set to deliver remarks today calling for the U.S., along with the G7 and European Union, to strip Russia of its most favored nation trading status, essentially ending normal trade relations and allowing the White House to increase tariffs on Russian goods.
Ukraine will never be a victory for Putin.
Top U.S. intelligence officials are warning that Russia's false claims of chemical weapons in Ukraine could be used as an excuse for their own attack using bioweapons. The White House would not say how the U.S. would react if Russia ultimately did use them. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Well, in better news, America's favorite pastime is back. Major League Baseball and the Players Union reached an agreement to end their lockout, which lasted more than 3 months, dating back to last season. The regular season was saved at a full 162 games as well. Teams will report for spring training this weekend, with the Rockies' first preseason game on the 18th, and then the new opening day for the Rockies is Friday, April 8th at home against the Dodgers. About 200 free agents, including Trevor Story, were not able to sign or negotiate during the lockout, and we've known for a while it was unlikely that he would re-sign with the Rockies. Denver 7 Sports Director Lionel Bienvenu says to watch for interest from both the Yankees and Phillies, 2 teams looking for a shortstop.
Well, we love the lighter evenings for ball games, but it means we have to lose an hour of sleep this weekend. We spring forward Sunday at 2 a.m. We've told you how some state lawmakers want voters to decide if Colorado should just stay on standard time year-round. If Senate Bill 135 is passed, voters would get to decide this November. The bill was debated in a Senate committee last week, but no action was taken. Losing that hour of sleep and the change in daylight can throw off your body clock. In fact, doctors see more heart attacks, strokes, and car accidents after the time change.
1 or 2 days leading up to the switch, go outside in the morning to get more natural light to help preserve your circadian rhythm. So the circadian rhythm is affected by light, and sometimes we treat sleep phase disorders or circadian rhythm disorders with light therapy.
Yeah, Dr. Turkonda says you may want to go to bed early tonight and tomorrow night to start the adjustment. He also suggests avoiding alcohol and caffeine before bed and turning off your electronics.
We'll see if that happens. We are wrapping up National Consumer Protection Week with a big warning about identity theft, the steps you can take to secure your information.
Also, a Colorado woman is putting lessons she learned through addiction recovery into action.
There has to be a safe place for people to let down those walls and truly be able to recover.
How she's helping others facing similar battles discover something new about themselves.